This video is to show you a couple important steps when you're done with a project in Boxy and you want to export it as your final PNG. And so there's two major things that I want to point out that I've seen kind of common errors as you guys are working. One is you want your design to be as big as your artboard. And so we call this white box your artboard. That's what it's called in Illustrator. Some programs might say Canvas. I'm not even sure if they have a necessary name for it in Boxy. So we're going to just use the word artboard. But we don't want all this empty space. We want our design to fill the space. So there's a couple of ways to do it, but the one I recommend is to make your design as big as the artboard. And so I'm going to select everything, group it so I don't lose anything. And you can do that with Command A as well to make sure you get everything, or Control A, sorry. And I'm going to hold Shift so it doesn't stretch because I don't want to do this to it. That would be so sad, right? I don't want to do that. I'm going to hold Shift and I'm going to make it as big as my box and make it really fit on here nice. You can also, making sure that it's grouped, you can also go up here and center it on the board. So these little buttons will help you center them. This one actually probably would have done both at the same time. I'm not used to having that. See, that's cool. And that way you have it nice and full. So that's step one when you're totally done. And then when you're ready to export as a PNG, there's a few things you need to double check. I didn't realize that this was defaulting to a very low resolution. And so a lot of you guys might have these beautiful designs that you've made, but then they look kind of yucky when we show them on the web or on Classroom. Not as an SVG, but as a PNG. The SVG is always going to look funky on Classroom and in Chrome. But on the PNG, we want to make sure that it looks beautiful. And so you need to take this guy and go all the way up. So bring your DPI all the way up to 400. 300 is kind of standard, but PNGs are such low file sizes already. Let's just go all the way and keep it as beautiful as we can. So export panel, PNG, this is all fine. You don't have to change that. But this DPI, take it all the way up there. And then it's probably good to keep it as a transparent background because that lets you, be able to put it anywhere you want later. But if you do want a different color background, that's where you can do that there. But it'll always be there. And then you'll hit export. And now when I open my file, it'll look beautiful in my anywhere I want to put it. If you have any questions, please ask about this. And if you did files in the past and they are looking a little sad, go back to the original SVG file and do a new export with that 400 DPI.